Hey guys, you know what time it is. It is Motivational Monday. So I want to start out this Monday by recognizing a shout out to Matthew. Congratulations, Matthew. I seen you down in the comments talking about how you lost 30 pounds on hyperketosis. Let me just say that again. 30 pounds on hyperketosis. That is amazing. That is wonderful. So keep up the awesome work. Keep up the great work. And tell us some of your tips that you are using on your hyperketosis journey. And then, Mark, I'm going to have to call you out. Here goes Mark, y'all, in the comments. That's great, Matthew, but don't forget, them first few pounds is water weight. We're not supposed to say that. We're not supposed to. Don't say that. We don't want to hear about the water weight, okay? All right. So, congratulations to Matthew on your 30 pounds. Now, this is going to be the philosophy for the week, you guys. So, I was listening to this guy. His name is, if you want to look him up on YouTube, his name is Dan Martell. I listen to a lot of his stuff. I really do enjoy him. So, this week, I want you guys to take what I took from him. And this is, we're going to use this phrase throughout the week. It is easier to avoid the dragon than to slay the dragon, okay? So what that looks like is, let's say a person has a drinking problem. So it is a lot easier to avoid the dragon. The dragon is the alcohol, right? So if you got a bar, or you got everything stocked up wherever of all the alcohol, it is easier to avoid the dragon by getting rid of that, taking all the alcohol out of the house, than to have to slay the dragon every time you walk in there and you see all the alcohol. Now you want something to drink. If the alcohol is never there to begin with, then you don't have to slay the dragon. So in our case with food, you guys, what I do is I have a cupboard with all of my keto stuff. So then when I open up the cabinet, I'm avoiding the dragon by not seeing all the extra goodies and all the snacks that my husband eats, because he is smaller, a lot smaller than me, then he can afford to eat all that stuff. I cannot. So I have a keto cabinet with all of my keto stuff, so I don't have to. I can avoid the dragon and not have to look at all of that stuff that I want to eat that's not going to be conducive to my success. And so I am avoiding the dragon by not having it in my cabinet, even though it has to be in the house. So you might have to have other stuff because you might have kids and a spouse and all that good stuff. But get your own cabinet so you don't have to look at all that. So that's what. Okay, so you guys get it. I ran out of time, so I had to start another thing. So anyway, everybody gets it. So this week we are going to, instead of, it's easier to avoid the dragon than to slay the dragon. All right, that's the word for the week, you guys. You guys create an awesome, wonderful week. Mwah! See you next week.